for Wendy Ward and Moliere. They've moved into 8th place with 56.94. Roger coming up to the Holt salute. Wishing Roger the best of luck. He didn't have his best into 2 yesterday. There was a warm-up class. Roger unfortunately did not remove his hat to salute, and we have, as an international judge, Gotthelf Rixinger, and there'll be a little discussion here. Error of course. Roger can come round again. He's actually asking to be allowed to go out. This is, one would normally expect him to stay in and to canter up to X, but he is going out. And he will come in again. I think we'll find that the judge at C, Mr. Gotthelf Rixinger, an Olympic judge in Beijing at the Olympics, has requested the correction of the error, and that will see Roger remove his hat to salute. Coming in again, Roger Fitzhardinge and Weltsohn. In Roger's favour, it's more a practice here nationally in the interests of equal opportunity, I think, that we don't require men. So he's repeated again without the removal of his hat. Of course, here in Australia, we've recently had our Prime Minister bow, not curtsy, to the Queen. One can't help but think of this. And now into extended trot. Transition back, and now we're looking for the trot half past right. Trot half pass. And now trot half pass smoothly. Change of direction for the trot half pass left. Perhaps the better half pass was the one to the right, losing a little bit the cadence in the trot half pass to the left. Holt rein back. No error, of course, here for Roger. So the fact that Roger performed a similar Holt salute, perhaps the judge at C allowed that it was reasonable for Roger to take his choice between saluting. The rule actually states rider must take the reins in one hand, and of course Roger did that. Be very interesting. Perhaps you'll get to read after the competition more details once the press conference has been held this evening. I rather think it'll be a question asked of the judging panel. Dressage passage, now into piaffe. Could take more weight behind in the piaffe. Decision made by Roger to minimise the number of steps. Now back out into passage. At this stage of the passage is the stronger movement, at least from what we've seen in this test so far. Nice relaxation shown in the collected walk. Again, this horse, this combination, quite recently made the step up to the Grand Prix, achieving a lot of success in the small tour in Prix St George and into one competition. Transition to collected walk. Again, careful with the rhythm, particularly through the corners. Correct in rhythm. And a transition to passage at M. Could be a little more direct, some hesitation, and a little unsteady to the hand in the passage. Transition to piaffe, 12 to 15 steps required, more or less in the place. Already we're 2 metres forward, so there'll be a deduction in the marks here, unfortunately. Again into the passage. When the piaffe is forward like this, the difficulty is also reduced. There's a mark for the transitions, and if the trot, the piaffe is not really more or less on the place, then the transitions are much easier and the mark can't be as high. But nicely into the canter, smooth transition, and collect canter into the 9-1s, a little off the track, a little to the left of the FH line, but accurate to date. And indeed all the changes there. So a little half pass at first from F. So one of the judges, particularly the judge at H, will be responsible for noting that, whereas judges sitting in other places would not have noted it, and their marks won't reflect it. we do often expect different marks from different judges due to where they're sitting. Well done in the extended canter. Clean change after collection at the end. Down the centre line for the zigzag. Very difficult movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and change. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and change. Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. There we go. I think that was my mistake in counting, not Roger's. There was a small loss of balance in the first half pass step of the first half pass, but otherwise well done. Into the 1s. 3. Could be a little more elastic, more through the whole body. He's a little just changing with his legs. And that small interruption in the first half of the set of 15 ones. So good job on Roger's part to make that correction. Roger working hard to get the energy, to get the horse well forward in front of his leg. Well done in the counter pirouette, regaining the centre of the pirouette nicely after the second jump, clean in the change. Pirouette to the right. Again, a little problem in the second jump of the pirouette in terms of keeping it centred. There's a little tendency for the horse to want to escape outwards with the quarters, but both pirouettes nicely achieved. Clean transition to trot, into the extended trot. Roger's got him in front of the leg. Transition back at K. Now for the final centre line. One more piaffe. Be interesting how many steps and how much on the place Roger decides to ask for. The passage could be a little straighter, a little more stepping under the weight from behind. Here's the piaffe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. More steps. 9, 10, 11, more or less. And in the end, maybe a little bit in 2 parts. A couple more piaffe steps after Roger was thinking of going forward, but that was the best piaffe, I think, and the passage and square halt. Well done. And Roger removing his hat. What a handsome fellow he is as he makes the final salute.
Roger Fitzhardinge from New South Wales and Weltsohn. That's our final combination before the break in the Australian Sports Commission FEI Grand Prix CDI-W. Our next combination due in just under 20 minutes time, 3:20 p.m. So please take the opportunity to grab yourself a bite to eat, a cup of coffee, and don't forget our trade stands as well. Pop in there and find out the right price and good advice as well from our trade exhibitors. Scores to hand for Rosie Ryan and GV Bullwinkle.